Alan Greenspan dies at 100, the man who shaped America's economy. A century-long life has come to an end, but the impact of one man on the American economy may be felt for generations. Former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan, widely regarded as one of the most influential economic figures in modern history, has passed away at the age of 100. For nearly 2 decades, Greenspan stood at the center of America's financial system, guiding the nation through stock market crashes, economic booms, recessions, and historic technological change. But who was Alan Greenspan? Why was he considered the architect of the modern American economy? And why does his legacy continue to spark debate among economists today? Stay with us as we explore the remarkable life, achievements, controversies, and lasting influence of a man who helped shape the financial world we know today. Intro. Welcome back to the channel. If you're interested in history, economics, world affairs, and the people who shape our world, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now let's begin. Early life. Alan Greenspan was born on March 6, 1926, in New York City. Growing up during the Great Depression, he witnessed firsthand the devastating effects of economic hardship. Those early experiences would help shape his lifelong fascination with economics and financial markets. Before becoming an economist, Greenspan had a surprising passion: music. He studied at the prestigious Juilliard School and played the clarinet and saxophone professionally in a jazz band during his youth. However, his interest gradually shifted from music to economics, mathematics, and finance. He later attended New York University, where he earned degrees in economics and eventually completed advanced academic work that prepared him for a career in public policy and economic analysis. Rise to prominence. Greenspan's reputation grew steadily throughout the 1960s and 1970s. He became known as a highly skilled economic consultant and advisor to both businesses and government officials. His expertise eventually caught the attention of political leaders in Washington. In 1987, President Ronald Reagan appointed Alan Greenspan as chairman of the Federal Reserve, often called the Fed. Few could have predicted that this appointment would mark the beginning of one of the most influential periods in American economic history. Just weeks after taking office, Greenspan faced his first major crisis. In October 1987, global stock markets experienced a dramatic crash known as Black Monday. Markets plunged, investors panicked, and uncertainty spread rapidly. Greenspan responded quickly by reassuring financial institutions and supporting market liquidity. Many economists credit his actions with helping stabilize the financial system during that turbulent period. The economic boom years. Over the next 18 years, Greenspan became one of the most powerful figures in global finance. He served under 4 U.S. presidents and guided monetary policy through enormous economic changes. The 1990s brought rapid technological innovation, the rise of the internet, and significant economic growth. Under Greenspan's leadership, inflation remained relatively controlled while unemployment fell to historically low levels. The American economy expanded dramatically. Businesses flourished, stock markets surged, and consumer confidence reached impressive heights. Around the world, investors closely watched Greenspan's speeches. In fact, his comments were so influential that a single sentence from the Federal Reserve Chairman could move global financial markets within minutes. This extraordinary influence earned him nicknames such as the Maestro, reflecting the perception that he was skillfully conducting the economy like an orchestra. Controversies and criticism. But no economic legacy is without controversy. While Greenspan was praised for helping maintain economic stability during many challenging periods, critics argue that some of his policies contributed to future financial problems. One of the biggest debates centers on interest rates. Following the collapse of the dot-com bubble in the early 2000s, the Federal Reserve lowered interest rates significantly. Supporters argue that these actions helped prevent a deeper recession. Critics, however, contend that prolonged low interest rates encouraged excessive borrowing and risk-taking. Some economists believe these conditions helped fuel the housing bubble that eventually contributed to the global financial crisis of 2008. Although Greenspan had already left office by the time the crisis occurred, many analysts continued debating his role in creating the environment that preceded the collapse. Years later, Greenspan himself acknowledged that certain assumptions about financial markets had proven incorrect. These admissions added another layer of complexity to his legacy. Retirement and reflection. Greenspan stepped down as Federal Reserve Chairman in 2006 after serving nearly 19 years. His tenure remains one of the longest in the institution's history. Even after retirement, he remained a respected voice in economic discussions. He wrote books, delivered speeches, and shared insights on issues ranging from government debt to international trade and financial regulation. For many younger economists, policymakers, and investors, Greenspan represented an entire era of economic thinking. His career became a case study in both the power and limitations of central banking. Global impact. The influence of Alan Greenspan extended far beyond the United States. Central banks around the world studied his decisions. Financial leaders in Europe, Asia, and emerging markets often looked to the Federal Reserve for signals about future economic conditions. Because the US dollar plays such a significant role in global finance, Greenspan's policies affected businesses, governments, and consumers across the globe. Whether praised or criticized, few economic leaders have ever wielded such broad international influence. His decisions impacted interest rates, investment flows, employment opportunities, and financial stability for millions of people worldwide. Remembering Alan Greenspan. As news of his passing spreads, tributes are arriving from economists, political leaders, financial institutions, and historians. Many remember him as a brilliant analyst with an unmatched understanding of markets.